Hey guys, welcome to a new review. What is it now, Stumpy? I'm not Stumpy this time. I'm the Toyminator. Uh, okay. Well, you look like an idiot wearing tinfoil on himself. No, I'm the Toyminator. You must be assimilated. Resistance is futile. You idiot, that's Star Trek. That's the Borg. Aw, dang it. Well, no, you're not hitting me away now. Just walk. Yeah! Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyway, welcome to a new review. This time I'm going to be reviewing the Terminator Genisys T-800 Guardian NECA figure of Pops. Now, for some reason, the packaging actually doesn't say Pops anywhere, but the character from the movie Terminator Genisys was named Pops. So, yeah. And I like the packaging here. It gives some details on, like, the bottom is the least part, so let's take a look there. It gives the sculptors' names, Kyle Windricks and Alex Henke. They do a great job, or Henke, I'm not sure. And then 2015, Skydance Productions, NECA, Real Toys, whatever. Not to 3 Sad Onions, and yeah, Terminator Genisys. And they did misspell Genesis, but that was a purposeful thing because it stands for like genetic something systems. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Anyway, this was not a very good movie, but the figure here looks awesome. Let's take a look. First off, the packaging has nice little images from, I guess this is supposed to be from the movie, but these are more like paintings of it, right? And this symbol looks a little off. It looks a little cartoony, but whatever. The movie was not very good. But I did like Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. He didn't do a bad job, whereas all the other actors were completely emotionless and just boring. He did a good job. So there's, inside here you can see there's some like weird stuff says target not acquired. So I guess this is supposed to be like some of what a Terminator sees. Weird. I like the packaging. It reminds me of the Superman NECA figures packaging. See that? Yeah. Actually, yeah, if you display these alongside each other, they kind of fit. Neat. Okay, so let's crack him out of his package. First, a shotgun. His head comes with 3 accessories here. And then his stump. Okay. Now, I liked that in this movie, it's like the first time that we've actually seen the Terminator not die at the end of the movie. And I like that. I would say spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it at this point, then you probably don't care about it. And I guess I'm not really spoiling something that you're probably never going to watch. But if you have seen it, then you do not have to need a spoiler warning. So what's wrong with you? There's no spoiler warning there. Oh, and you know what? There is something on the back of the packaging. It has the description, the strength, the weakness, and the interesting facts, as well as some of the other figures from the line here. And then some different display options for the figure. It shows you the stump form with the burnt face, the just burnt face thing, or I guess ripped off face, and then just regular him. Yeah, and then in the line they also have Young Terminator, or Younger, and I don't like that one as much. I had a choice to choose between them, and I chose the older one just because, I don't know, he looks a little more natural, better sculpted, and better painted. And then the T-1000 there, which he was played by the guy who played Storm Shadow in that G.I. Joe movie. Weird. Okay, so the description says, first successful cybernetic organism to walk among the resistance. The T-800 is equipped with a hyperalloy endoskeleton covered by living flesh. Strength? Able to pass for human. The T-800 is an efficient killer with detailed awareness of the human physiology and anatomy. Weakness? If all power sources are compromised, unit becomes inoperable. Interesting facts. The living tissues of these units are able to regenerate over time. So that's cool. I didn't actually know that it's regenerating skin or tissue, so I guess that's useful because the Terminator's always getting shot up. I guess over time he would need it to regenerate, or he would look like this all the time and they'd be like, dude, we can tell you're a Terminator. What do you mean? I am not the Terminator. Yeah. But let's get a close-up look at old Terminator here, and yeah, it definitely gets the Arnold Schwarzenegger look. Down. And let me get some focus here. It's got very wrinkly looking skin. And just to show you guys a little comparison here, here he is next to the Dutch figure that N.E.C.A made. Yeah, which one looks more like Arnie? I think this one actually looks a little bit better. Not to say that this one doesn't look good, it's just the expression on this one isn't as natural as the scowl that's on the older one. It's weird. They both look like him, but it doesn't look like just him aged here. It's weird. I don't know. Actually, this is the first N.E.C.A Terminator that I own. I've wanted to own the other ones. I thought about getting the one from Terminator 2 with the hyper articulation that they gave him recently, and I just couldn't afford it at the time. Now, if he was at the store now, I would have got him over this one, but this was the only Terminator that they had there, and I really wanted a Terminator because I was just thinking Terminator versus Aliens, and I love Aliens and the N.E.C.A figures, and this seems right to me. I mean, this one's got a bit more of a futuristic look to him because he's not wearing some regular leather clothing. He's wearing something a little more in time, so yeah, it looks a little bit better. So that would be a cool matchup. I'm sure it's happened in some form on the internet, but I haven't seen it up close in my own stop motion or anything, so it's not worth it. Anyway, great sculpt on the hair, and then a great paint that's gray with white brush on top. Looks great. Then you can see his tiny little squinted eyes in there. Everything seems painted very well. You can barely see the detail in his eyes though, because it's very, yeah, just very squinted. Okay. Then his jacket's very nicely done. It's a rubbery jacket and then a rubbery shirt underneath that's like a separate piece. Then the rubbery middle crotch section here, which some people complain that looks like a diaper. When I look at him from afar, I don't say, hey, he's wearing a diaper. When I look at him up close, I'm not saying he's wearing a diaper. You gotta have some separation for the articulation to work. So if you're complaining about that, then you're just a crybaby. And then the alternative to that is having like this Kyle Reese who can't move his legs at all. Is that better? No. I mean, I really like Kyle Reese. Michael Biehn is my favorite actor, but the figure they gave him is just, ugh. I guess you could say this is my first N.E.C.A Terminator action figure, but he's not actually a Terminator, so that's why I didn't call him a Terminator figure. But let's set them side to side real quick. Here's a Terminator, and here's Kyle Reese. Neat. And this new movie is supposed to be the Terminator and Kyle Reese, so I guess this is sort of fitting, even though the Kyle Reese that they got looks nothing like this, and his acting is horrible. Yeah. So, really nice. The pants have some sort of a saggy cargo pant look to them. I'm not quite sure what type of pants they are, but they're very nicely sculpted. Wrinkles all throughout. Nice black shoes with a gray sole, I guess that is. Is that what they call the bottom? Then there's treads sculpted with peg holes. So there's a lot of cool little added details here. His articulation is great, but let's move on to a separate part of him. We've already taken a look at this head sculpt. Let's see how the head swap goes. There we go. Jeez. Whew. Okay, so it's a tiny thing. It's not actually a ball joint. It's more of just a, I don't know what you would call that. Peg. Yeah, it's more like a peg. Let me jam in the alternate head. And there's the beat up. This one I actually prefer more. This is the beat up version of him. And it's all torn up. I'd also like to add the undershirt here. You can see his robotic form under there. That's awesome. So here's the new head. It's got some scratches up there. Same amount of wrinkles, but he looks a little bit better. I don't know, there's something about this one that just looked off. Maybe it's like on this side he looks a little too droopy. Yeah, whereas when that side's not even on this one. And I love the Terminator skeleton under there. Endoskeleton, I think they call it, right? It looks awesome. It's just, this is how I'd prefer to display him. And then they also give an alternate arm, which doesn't look like it's going to be as fun to display with. But this is going to be awesome. Just set him up like this. Yeah, and then very well painted, just as well painted as the other one. And then there's some bloody marks, just kind of pinkish, not really blood. I don't think that's a problem, since it doesn't seem like the Terminator ever gets all that bloody, even though he's supposed to have like living tissue that's getting destroyed. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, now let's take a look at his other accessory before I try the arm swap. Here's his shotgun, and there are some complaints here with this shotgun. It doesn't want to make good poses. So you can pose it like that. It looks a little awkward, but I just can't get him to hold it in a way that's natural looking. He's always trying to mess with it, and then because of the way his hand is sculpted, you may notice the fingers are tilted downwards, so when you put it in the hand, it immediately tilts the gun downwards. So you have to raise that up, and then hold it up with this one, and it just looks awkward. So I would recommend getting a different gun for him to display him with, unless you just are okay with having him, I guess, hold it down low. Arrgh. Yeah, or just strap it around him, like it's possible to do. Looks nice. Let me see if I can grab another gun to see how it works. Okay, I got my NECA bag of guns here. Let's grab an awesome gun for him. A very classic gun. Not very classic. Come on, something cool. Aha, here we go. This one ought to work. Okay, so here's a Rambo pistol. And I think he'll work best with pistols, even though I haven't tried. Just because can't hold stuff double-handedly, then certainly you can hold it single-handedly, right? Well, he doesn't have the most tight grip, but I think it looks better with a pistol. Yeah, even though I'm not sure what sort of weapons he did carry in that movie, because I've seen it a while ago, and I saw it on YouTube. I didn't actually pay to see it. I'm so bad. But yeah, there you go. And then, just real quick, here's another Rambo gun, I think. He holds that well. Yeah, maybe it's not just the hand construction, but a little the way that the shotgun was made. Because this one he doesn't hold too badly. Debatable. But he holds it a little bit better, I think. Yeah, so this shotgun just isn't done too well. Let's take a quick look at it up close. It's got a nice gunmetal color all over it. Separate parts, like this is silver, and this is a silverish gray, and then this is just a dark gunmetal gray. It's got silver stuff here and a rubber strap on it. Yeah, very nice. And then there's this little piece here. Bolt, that's what they call it, yeah. There used to be a scope, but it fell off because there is no glue attaching it. It's just like put on there to hold on with gravity. I don't know, very badly done. But yeah, not too horrible. It looks awesome. It just doesn't work in his hand. Let me grab another figure. See if this gun is just a problem or if it's more of the hand make, I guess. So here's Dutch from Predator. And yeah, he holds it a lot better than the Pops figure. That I can say for sure. Yeah, so it's just the Pops figure, I guess. So anyway, let's get the gun out of his hands and let's try the arm swap, which is probably going to be difficult. Let me try this. Urgh. Oh, come on, Pops. Okay, so I've pulled with all my force and it's not coming out. I feel like I'm going to end up breaking the figure before this gets off. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Very nice jacket, by the way. So that's supposed to come out of there, but for the life of me, I can't get it to come out. Arrgh. I'm probably putting a lot of stress on the part there. So this is very badly done. If you're going to make a part that's swappable, you might want to make it a little more loose. Like, yeah, just as solidly in there as one that's not supposed to come out. Okay, so I guess I'll try and get that off later, maybe. I want to get it off to show you guys, but I don't want to break the figure and... oh my gosh. Okay, so guys, I would not recommend trying to pull that off just with the muscle that you have on you. Just heat that up with a blow dryer or something first. Okay, so that's how that works. It pops in real easily, even though the other arm wouldn't even come off easily. And now we have his missing arm piece here, which actually doesn't look all that great. It looks a little, I don't know, it looks a little off. I mean, it still looks cool, but I would have preferred if it was a longer piece, like when he has that dangling part. But I don't know, in that movie he probably didn't have more than that, so they gotta work with what they have. There's a lot of blood looking stuff there. Let's get a closer look. Very nice silver robotic part in there. And that's all shredded. Yeah, I like that. And let's see how he looks holding his rifle one-handedly, as the package showed on the back. Like, see? Right there, that's how they show it. He didn't hold it too well on the package even. So, yeah. Not going to be single-handedly using that. I think he really needs the other hand to support that gun. Doesn't work too well. And I guess we'll have to take a look at the articulation real quick in a second. I suppose I should show articulation with this stump, then remove it. It does full rotation, and it does move up and down just the slightest bit. So I don't know what good that is, but at least that's something. So that comes off. Oh, gravy. Now this has to go back on. Come here, baby. Ugh. I would not recommend doing this too often. It would probably stress the joint a lot. Jeez, I'm not going to the gym tonight. This is my workout. I heard the pop. It's in there. Well, pops, that was not easy to pop in. But that's not your fault. You're just a figure. Okay, let's move on real quick. His legs can do the splits fairly well. I guess I'm going from the ground up. Let me start over. Head can do back or look up pretty well. Can look down very well. Can move to the side. It's got head pivot, full rotation. Then his arms can move up, not quite to a right angle. Then you can do a full rotation at the shoulders. Bend to not quite a 90-degree angle. Go down, spin at the wrist, moves up and down a bit, back and forth. Not bad. Same on both arms. The waist has some rotation. Then the legs can do bend at the knee, not quite a 90-degree angle. Low rotation, there's like a ball joint in the foot. Can move up and down, swivel side to side. Yeah, that's it. So, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure to stick around for future videos. I will see you guys in the next video.